I had a gig on Tuesday at the Bitter End as part of the New York Songwriters Collective, and it was their holiday showcase. The deal with the event was basically that anybody in the collective could get up and perform one song. So there was, I believe, 22 artists that got up and performed one of their original songs. It was super fun. I got to meet a lot of really cool people, hear a lot of really cool talent, be inspired by other people's songwriting. The collective is a sort of all ages, all skill levels sort of group. And so because of that, people getting up on stage had various levels of performance experience and therefore varying levels of nerves. I got off stage and I sat back down at my table after my song, and the older gentleman sitting there was like, "You didn't sound nervous at all." We had a conversation then about stage fright and nerves in performing, and I reflected on my own sort of journey and progress in confidence in performing, and I thought I should talk about this on a video because that might be helpful for some people. So here we go. There are two main things you need to do if you want to overcome stage fright, I think. Neither of them are like quick and easy, like all of a sudden I'm great to go, and like it's actually not going to be the best thing to hear probably. If I heard this like 2 years ago, I would have been like, what? But anyway, the first is practice. That doesn't mean practicing in a room by yourself. It means you need to have practice at performing in front of other people. Every time I go on stage, my nerves like drop a notch because I finish that and I'm like, hey, that's cool, I did that. So the next time that I do something, I'm like, hey, I did all those things before, so this one's just like another one of those. I've been in shows and doing recitals and stuff since as long as I can remember, since I was probably about 4. But I did have nerves going on stage probably up until about this year when I learned to manage them. And a lot of that was just getting up and practicing, doing gigs even though I was terrified, getting up in front of the room and singing, just doing it. Just do it! And then the second one is make mistakes in public, in front of people, on a stage. And you're listening to this probably and you're going, what? Isn't that gonna make me feel worse about myself? And I guess it could if you let it, but from there it's like a psychological thing where you have to be like, cool, I made this mistake, whether that was like a wrong note, or I forgot my words, or my voice cracked, or I just didn't sound good, I wasn't happy with my performance. That happened, and the walls didn't fall down, and nobody died, so that's fine. I think the biggest part of stage fright is, at least for me, it used to be, was that I was terrified of making mistakes. And because I was so like tense and stressed about my mistake making possibilities, that tension and stress caused me to make the mistakes. I had a performance at the Bitter End last year that did not go how I wanted it to go. I could not find my breath at all. I was just shaky the whole time. My fingers kept slipping on the guitar. I was just very, very disappointed in myself and my performance. But I'm so glad that it happened because I made those mistakes. I was like, well, hey, we move forward and we try to be better next time, and nothing can get as bad as that. Because like I mentioned before, that fear that manifests itself in physical ways, because singing is a vulnerable thing. Your brain is like, hey, we're doing this thing that might not be safe, so what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And so your body responds and your breathing becomes shallower and your muscles all tighten up and you like start panicking, which is not helpful for singing. And once you learn that it's cool to make mistakes and that everybody does it, this is actually kind of a life lesson, isn't it? Literally everyone makes mistakes. That's why I love going to see so much theater, because I get to watch people mess up, which sounds so weird, but like I go to like concerts and theater and stuff, and I see people make small mistakes, the like biggest celebrities you know, and nothing's perfect because it's live, and that's what it is, and it depends on how you feel that day and how your voice is and whether you're in it or not, and it's cool, it's fine. Even at the beginning of this semester, I was terrified in getting up in front of my peers and singing in class, because in vocal performance you do that about once a week, but it's the best thing ever, because after doing it once a week for like 3-4 months, now getting up in front of people is like, well, here we go again. It's not a big deal, it's just something that I do, and I'm excited to do it because it's work, and I'm just doing my work and showing my work, and I know that it's not supposed to be a perfect thing, and that helps so much. I don't know, when I go to like concerts and like theater and stuff, I don't want things to be perfect. That's what, like, I guess movies are for, if you just edit all of the mistakes out. But theater's live. People in life make mistakes. It's cool. Do I have anything else to say about it? I guess a final thought is, in my song analysis class this semester, we talked a lot about making what you have to say in a song more important than anything else. So that means more important than your nerves. So maybe you're really, really nervous, but you have this thing to say, and that's the most important part. I hope this made like some semblance of sense. I am about to get ready to go audition for a show that I love, which is actually making me nervous, so I'm a hypocrite. Auditions are different though. Auditions are way different. Finish up a vid.
Yeah. What about?
About stage fright. Do you want to be in it? Hello.
Hi.
Look at how nice these lights look.
Yeah, they're really
I love
nice.
it so much. What's today? The 8th?
It is the
8th. Thanks for watching VEDID Day 8. See you tomorrow.